In 1904, a man in Cairo claimed to hear a voice. It was not a whisper. It was not a feeling. It was a voice. It told him that the world was about to change, that a new age was dawning, that the old gods were dying, and that he was the one who would announce it. His name was Aleister Crowley. He called himself the Beast 666. He wrote a book called the Book of the Law, and he spent the rest of his life trying to live by its commandments. This is the case file of the man who tried to rewrite reality, the man who claimed to have spoken with the gods. And the question that follows him, was he a prophet or was he something far more dangerous? Welcome to Mysterious Encounters. Aleister Crowley is one of the most controversial figures in history. He was a poet, a mountaineer, a chess player, a drug user, a sexual revolutionary, and he was the most famous occultist of the 20th century. But beneath the myth, beneath the theatricality, there was a man who was searching for something that he believed was hidden, something that he believed had been suppressed, something that he believed was waiting to be found, to be unleashed. In April 1904, Crowley was in Cairo. He was on a honeymoon with his new wife, Rose. Rose had been exhibiting strange behavior. She claimed to hear voices. She claimed that a being named Aiwass was speaking to her. Crowley was skeptical, but he took her seriously enough to sit and listen. On April 8th, he sat in a temple room in Cairo. Rose served as the medium, and Crowley began to write. For 3 days he wrote. The voice spoke. He transcribed. The result was the Book of the Law. It was a short text, but it contained a message that would define the rest of his life. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Crowley believed that the voice was Aiwass, a being from a higher plane. He believed that Aiwass had revealed the formula for a new age. He called it the Aeon of Horus, and he dedicated the rest of his life to spreading its message. Crowley was not just a prophet, he was a practitioner. He studied the Kabbalah, he practiced yoga, he experimented with drugs, he developed a system of magic that he called Thelema. He believed that magic was not superstition, it was a technology. A technology for changing consciousness, a technology for contacting higher intelligences, a technology for rewriting reality. He wrote extensively about his practices. He developed rituals that he believed could unlock hidden powers. He was not content to simply believe in the hidden. He wanted to access it. And he wanted to teach others to do the same. He wrote, "Magic is the art of causing change in consciousness in accordance with will." But Crowley was also a provocateur. He deliberately cultivated a controversial image. He called himself the Beast 666. He wore black robes. He used shocking language. He performed rituals that were designed to scandalize. He was the ultimate outsider. He was rejected by the establishment. He was ridiculed by the press. He was feared by those who heard his name, but he did not care. He believed that the world needed to be shaken. He believed that the old order was dying, and he believed that he was the one who would deliver the final blow. He wrote, "I am the beast whose number is 666. But he also wrote, "I am the one who will bring the light." Crowley died in 1947. He was addicted to heroin. He was broke. He was largely forgotten. But his influence did not die. His work influenced the counterculture of the 1960s. He was cited by the Beatles. He was read by the psychedelic explorers. His ideas seeped into popular culture, into rock music, into film, into literature. Today, his name is more famous than it ever was in his lifetime. But the question remains, was he a prophet? Or was he simply a man who managed to convince the world that he was? Crowley's legacy is ambiguous. His ideas are powerful. His rituals are still practiced. His influence is undeniable. But his methods were reckless. His behavior was often destructive. His claims were impossible to verify. What did he actually achieve? He believed that he had contacted a higher intelligence, but was it real? Was it delusion? Or was it something else entirely? Something that we do not yet have the vocabulary to describe? Crowley's file is open, and it invites us to ask, what happens when a human being chooses to rewrite the laws of reality? Aleister Crowley was one of the most enigmatic figures of the modern age. He claimed to have spoken with gods. He developed a system of magic. He left behind a legacy that still resonates. But the question remains, was he a prophet, a madman, a genius? Or was he simply a man who opened a door that should have remained closed? The file is open, and the question is yours. Until next time, keep asking the questions